previously on American Girl Doll Horror Stories.
Georgina dear, can you hear us? Can you speak?
I don't think she can speak. All she makes is those animal noises.
Now there is no need to be angry, my dear. I promise you that we will work on getting you back to normal.
Sigh. Yes, I know who to ask for help.
Will you be asking help from Gloomy?
My aunt. She was the one who taught me how to become a witch. We can't go where she lives.
Oh, but why?
Because she is dead. But we can summon her spirit. We need her help because she knows more about curses and spells than I do.
Can't wait! Have you met this aunt before, Freya, when she was still alive?
Yes, and you definitely will not be able to forget her.
Gloomy, we have prepared everything as you have instructed.
Good work, Freya and Chanel. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. More Gloomy Sunday. Hear your niece from where you wander without release. To the lands beyond you're driven, come here forth, it is a given. Now I'm opening the gate you passed through when you met your fate. I beseech you, through the veil, to answer my summons without fail.
Who dare summon me and disturb my peace?
It is I, your niece, Gloomy Sunday.
Oh, hello, dear. How are you? My, you got a little chubbier from the last time I saw you. You are probably eating too much honeyed spiders and foxglove dipped in gravy. And who is this? Could it be the little fire elf Freya back clear?
Hello, Aunt Morwenna. Yes, it is me. Long time no see.
I see that you still have those charming little freckles all over your body. Didn't I tell you before not to spend too much time under the sun? You look like a speckled hen. And who is this? What? An earth fairy. Why are you consorting with an earth fairy? Explain yourself, Gloomy!
Relax, Aunt Morwenna. This is Chanel and she is our friend. She is part of the reason why we have summoned you from the afterlife.
Hello, ma'am, my name and channel and although earth fairies and air witches are not really in good terms, I come in peace.
We will see about that. Anyway, why did you all summon me? This better be good. I was resting in peace when I got suddenly sucked here.
It is like this, Aunt Morwenna. We have a friend, who is a mermaid who suddenly transformed into a monster.
A mermaid, you say? What has the world come into? I die and all of a sudden you are consorting with all manners of creatures. This is disgraceful.
But Aunt, listen. The world has changed since you perished. People are more accepting of other culture and stuff. We cannot remain close-minded and besides, wouldn't it be a better place if we can all get along?
That's right, or why would we all be prejudiced against each other when we could all live in harmony?
Whatever. Anyway, where is this mermaid who turned into a monster?
She is here, come here, Georgina.
Oh, tell me this. Was this mermaid filled with extreme emotion before she turned into a monster? Was she perhaps feeling really angry or upset?
Yes, she was furious as she was shaking with anger. That is exactly what happened.
I thought so. Well, she became a monster because her emotions consumed her and transformed her into how she was feeling. Our powers, whether we are a witch, an elf, a fairy, or whatever, are deeply affected by our intentions and emotions. If we fail to control it, it will have dire consequences. That is why your friend turned into a monster, because it reflected how she was feeling.
Oh goodness, is there a way to fix this? Georgina is really a good girl. She was just overwhelmed with her anger. I am sure she is now sorry.
I do know a spell that we could do, but it will require very special ingredients. These are very hard to come by.
Just tell us, Aunt Morwenna, and we will be sure to get it.
Okay, well you need 3 things. First, a unicorn horn. Second, the fang of a vampire. Third, an item from another planet.
What? Where in tarnation can we get those items?
Didn't I just say that these items are hard to come by? These items are very special. You will need a seer to locate them.
Do you guys know any seers? I know they exist, but they're one of rarest magical creatures to find since they look like ordinary folks.
I think I have an idea where to find a seer. As luck would have had it, not one but two seers moved into this street.
All right, go and consult with the seers that you know. They will be able to point the way where these items could be found. Make haste, because if by the next full moon your friend still hasn't returned to being a mermaid, she will be stuck as a monster for life!
Welcome to American Girl Doll Horror Stories, where every Sunday, we will share a spooky story that will send shivers down your thorny spine. I am Gloomy Sunday and I am your narrator. And of course, my cat, Soot. Without further ado, let me call my book of shadows so we can begin tonight's spooky story. By what creeps, what crawls, by what does not. Book of Shadows, dilly-dally not. In the country of Malaysia, there lived a family who was not productive at all. The kids were disrespectful, and the parents were lazy. They never tended their farm, and the lousy parents smoked opium all day. The kids, a son and a daughter, were rude to their parents, and always would go out and never come home early. One day, the father suddenly passed away. The mother was sad, but the kids really didn't care. They gave him a proper burial, but went back to their ways afterwards. A few years passed, and the mother became sick. She eventually gave up on life. The son and daughter were poor and could not give her a proper burial, nor a shaman ritual. So they just dressed her up in her white skirt, black shirt, red and green sash, and left her cold corpse lying unattended on the wooden bed they had at the farm. The kids came home one day after leaving her corpse, and was looking for food to eat. Because they were lazy and never did much, there was nothing to eat. Night chime came around and they went to bed. During the night, they heard scratching from the door. Scared, the sister asked the brother to go check it out, but he was afraid too. The scratching kept going on until 1 in the morning. The siblings could not sleep at all that night. They did not know what was scratching at the door. Growing tired of the noise, the brother finally got up, and lit a candle. They sat upon their bed and stared at the door. From the door, they heard a voice calling out,
I'm home! Let me in, I'm hungry!
Right away, they knew who it was. Their mom. They were so terrified that they huddled and cried their eyes out. Then again the scratching continued. Again the voice kept saying,
I'm home! Let me in, I'm hungry! I'm home! Let me in, I'm hungry!
The children did not respond, so the dead mother became desperate. She stuck her hand under the door. Her hands were all shriveled up, and her nails were black. Her fingers were stuck together, one finger on top of the other. She started to dig the sand under the door trying to get in, while she kept saying,
I wonder if anybody is home. Let me go inside and make some food. I am so hungry.
Then the scratching stopped. Before the brother and sister could let out their breath, their mother started running around the house. She was laughing and screaming,
Let me in! 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 Let me in!
The kids were frozen in fear. Then it got quiet. Not a noise from the outside. All of a sudden, the voice was right next to the wall outside of their bed.
I know you are here!
The daughter couldn't take it anymore and let out a shriek. Then it was all quiet again. A few minutes later, there was scratching at the door again.
I will eat your kids up when I get inside!
Dig, 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 all through the night, she tried to dig her way in. Even with her attempt at digging underneath the door, the dead mother could not get in. Desperately, she started to lick the door. The kids were so terrified as they looked upon the door. Then all of a sudden, they saw a long red, slimy tongue come under the doorway. The tongue was so long it licked the door and started to extend to the pots and pans searching for food. All the while, her hand was digging the earth.
So hungry, so hungry.
The dead mother's tongue continued to look at the pots and pans searching for food, while repeating it over and over again.
Why won't you let me in? Open the door, cook me some food.
The kids were so scared, they just sat frozen in fear. The mother went all through the night, licking, scratching, and looking for food. Morning finally arrived and the mother decided to leave. At the sign of her leaving, the kids waited for a few hours before they ran their butts out of the house, to a neighbor's house. They told the neighbors what happened, and went back to the farm to give their mom a proper burial. Upon arriving at the farm, they noticed that the mother's body was gone. To this day, they haven't gotten a clue of what happened to the body. The kids moved away to another village and was never heard from again. You should always and forever respect your parents and elders. There is no space for a why in this sentence. Why should you respect your parents and elders? That is because they deserve it and because you will respect them if you have a brain and a heart. Your parents keep your happiness and needs above their own. You should respect them because they taught you how to walk and because you took your first steps by holding their fingers. There are countless things they did for you and you will never be able to pay back for their favors. Parents are the people who brought you in this world. It is because of them that you exist. Your existence is a gift by your parents. More than a gift, your existence is a favor done by your parents. This favor is something that you will never be able to pay back. The least you can do is that respect them. That is all for tonight's spooky story. Please come back next Sunday as we share another scary story from the dark side of the world. Again, this is Gloomy Sunday and that is my cat, Soot. Blessed be. Hello, Valeria and Calypso. Sorry to suddenly come like this, but we need your help. To be continued.